Hey, good morning from Houston, Texas, United States of America. This is Madu Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International. Yes, I just wanted to say a huge big thank you to all our followers and subscribers, our collaborators, and our brand supporters here in the United States. Thank you for your marvelous support. We just can't thank you enough. Yes, we are gradually getting there. We are becoming a force to be reckoned with. People are listening to our messages much more than ever before. There is hunger in Africa for change because of the imminence of the continent's second colonization. Are we going to fold our arms and watch and let it happen? Yes. And for Africa to be free. Yeah, one place with over 250 million people. Yes, one gigantic country. Yes, with abundant mineral and natural resources and human resources must be left off the chain. And you know what that country is? Your guess is as good as mine. Do I let the cat out of the bag? Hell yeah. And that country is Nigeria, where I come from, where millions of you watching me from around the world and across platforms come from. It is time for us to take hold of that great country because, yes, the collapse of Nigeria is at the entry point that the oppressors, here I'm talking about the oppressors from outside who work with their puppets in Africa. That's what they want. A collapse of Nigeria will be inimical to the existence of Africa. You know, inimical, you know that word? And that is how dangerous the trouble we are in is. But with commitment to purpose, yes, and preparedness to work, to make sacrifices, there's nothing. No army can be in our way. You know, to rethinking our destiny, our collective destiny. It's not about me. It's not about anything that I want. I don't have any ambition. The only ambition, my most present ambition right now, is to inspire the people of Nigeria and by extension, Africa, to wake up and recharge and take back their country and continent. It is very important. So there are some who think that I'm joking, but the Almighty who supports me to do this work knows that I am not. He did not put me in danger. Yes, enormous danger to do what I do without a purpose. Yes, and he told me to not be afraid of anybody or any group of persons. No matter how sophisticated they may be, no matter how much money, our stolen money that they have in their hands and pockets, and no matter on the throne that they sit in Nigeria, go forward, say it the way you are asked. And that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm a messenger, very common, plain messenger. I don't need money to do this work, but you, the people, yes, who are in captivity, like all of us. I am free, but my freedom does not make any sense. When I look back, I see my brothers and sisters are not free. So what use is my freedom if the rest of us are not free? That is why I am appealing to you passionately, yes, passionately, to join me. That's all. At Open Nigeria, we don't demand money from people. We know things are hard. The money that we need is we. The money that we need to organize is we. The money that we need to be anywhere we want to be is we. The money that we need to drink water is us. Nobody, no group of people became free without sacrifices. No group of people, no country became liberated without the determination of the people of that country to be free. So, in Nigeria, till now, I get worried how our people are just to pains inflicted on them by people who look like them, by people who actually steal from them. They look like us. They speak some of our tongues. They dress like us. They eat the same food like we do. They go to the same market, though sometimes they go outside the country to shop with our money that is not theirs. During the elections, they come with our stolen money. With our stolen money, they distribute the pretenses to we, the people of Nigeria. Yes, we, the people of Nigeria. They give us pretenses and we hail them as leaders. During close to election, you will see them doing fake philanthropy. Somebody who has never visited orphanages before, start visiting orphanages. All right? They start digging boreholes that they have never dug before. With whose money? With your money, with my money, with our money. And then you look at them as the big guys, the big leaders. But when people like me come, people of truth, people endowed by the Almighty to do justice for the people of the world, when we come, you look away from us. We are the rich people. We are the people who have the love of the people at heart. You look away from us. You even call us name that we have no money. Like in my case, when I came, some people were calling me an Americana. Me, born in Nigeria, spent half of my life in Nigeria. I come home with the heart of service, with the heart of love to serve my people. They call me Americana. Oh, how many houses? You don't have a house in your village. How is that? How does that impact what I am able to do for you? Do we have to all have houses in the village? What about the one that I have here? Do you have a house here? Those are the silly questions that we ask. What investment do you have in Nigeria for you to come? And then you see people who live in that squalor with you. They exploit you. They steal from you. They demean you. They make you look lesser than a human. You follow them. 64 years gone down the drain for Nigeria. Where is our country? No quality education. No quality healthcare delivery. No good infrastructure. We have been in darkness. Yes, without light. How do we power an economy with the size of the Nigerian population? Yes, without industrializing it. What do we need to industrialize it? Electricity is not there. Do you know if Nigeria has 24 hours electricity, even 15, 16 hours of electricity, non-stop, you know what it can do? Yeah, for small businesses? No, we don't. How much have we invested in the power sector? Yes, for a very long time. Where is the benefit? We are not asking these basic questions. All we are interested in, for the most part, is the money that what they are going to put in our stomach right now. They call it now. They find a way to coin something. They think it's a joke. Stomach infrastructure. Can you imagine that? Stomach infrastructure. Make we settle down. That means after they settle you, 1,000 naira, pot of soup, granite oil, onions, you don't see them again until another 4 years. Now they leave some food soldiers behind. They'll be oiling their machine. They call ward meetings, PDP ward meeting, APC ward meeting. They are not doing anything. Even the new party, Labour Party, is as bad as the ones that they wanted to remove. Now we are hearing about another merger. The same people, is APC not a major party? It was a big major party. Look at what they did. Because they are driven by the same warped ideology of robbing the people. Yes, exploiting the people. Not doing good for the people. So when are we going to wake up? This is the question you and I have to answer. And everything that goes wrong with Nigeria goes wrong with the rest of Africa. Because Nigeria was positioned, even if wrongly, to be a star country, similar to the United States here in North America. But what have we done with that? We are a failure. We are the reason Africa is stuck. We'll be the reason Africa will be recolonized. Nigeria will be the reason Africa will be recolonized. What are our young people doing? They are busy doing dancing, yahoo, and all that, instead of asking questions. In a real country, why should Obasanjo still be at the forefront of organizing for change? Every election time, he's at the forefront. Why should we be having Donald Duke? What is Bola Ahmed Tinubu doing in the political scene of Nigeria, where we have vibrant young men, beautiful heads? Yes. Why? Why should we be having those type of people at the forefront of organizing anything? They are going about the country right now. Kwankwaso. Why do we have Kwankwaso? Yes. Why should he be at the point of driving for what? He has nothing to offer because he doesn't belong to this generation. He doesn't belong to this century. Yes. Those are the people you align with. Nigeria needs a total reset. Yes, a reset, moral reset, political reset, economic reset, and all-round reset to save that country. Who is going to go for Nigeria? Where are the young people? This is the reason why we are inviting you to Open Nigeria. Open Nigeria is a platform for all Nigerians. Yes, and what drives us is free, fair, equal, unlimited, and unconditional access to opportunity for every Nigerian to grow and develop, progress and prosper according to their abilities and levels of competence. Yes, in a manner that will empower the individual and the community. Yes, to produce what? The service and the leadership that we need to thrust Nigeria forward from generation to generation. What can be done? If you have any alternative to Open Nigeria, let me know, then I will apologize to the whole of Nigeria and actually offer myself to be shot in a public place. Yes, there is no way, there is no other way for Nigeria than for Nigeria to be open. Nigeria is a light that shines for a few right now, but in millions of other people's children's lives, it doesn't shine at all. So we can't continue that way. A country that tries toddlers for treason, no, should not be a country. So this should be an awakening. Join us at Open Nigeria. The link to joining is right here. All you need to do, follow, subscribe, join. We are not asking you for money. You know why we are not having a lot of problems? We don't have any problem, no single problem in Open Nigeria. Because our mission is not driven by personal gain. It's not driven by corruption. Have you seen any such group anywhere in Nigeria? Have you ever seen a clean ideology? Yes, more spiritual than political. I am telling you, that's the only place. I am not looking for money from anybody. Yes, I could have done what some people have done before, to amass a lot of money. And I know that is what our people like. You know, to put them in a position where they have to pay something. But I have decided that I am not going to lead Open Nigeria that way. Open Nigeria is an avenue for Nigerians to freely and fairly express themselves. Yes, ask questions, you know, be who you be. And our mission is driven by rights. The rights, our basic human rights, right to our citizenship, our responsibilities and obligations to the country. Tell me what? If you are a citizen who cannot be responsible to your country, you cannot do anything for your country, you are not a citizen. Citizens are supposed to sacrifice. America became great through the sacrifices of its people. Yes, United Arab Emirates is becoming great or has become great because of the sacrifices of its people. China has become great because of the sacrifices of its people. I know far back in 1973, when I was in elementary school, elementary 3, yes, 3rd grade, yes, I was reading already about the Chinese Revolution. See, from then till now, look at where China is. But in Nigeria, we have not taken any step. Nigeria was more promising than China, India, and Indonesia. Look at where all those countries are. We are still marching in one place. We are busy defending God. the Almighty God that made us. Why will you be defending him? If you start defending God, then God is a weakling. The God that I know is not a weakling. He's not a lazy person. I don't need to defend him. All I need to do always is to give him thanks and praises. That is what I do through my work and through my actions. Why are you defending God? Why are you killing in the name of God? Why do you think that you have so much power to defend God, the man who made you? Then if your God is lazy, then he's not worthy of being served. Yes, this is what they put in our heads, to make us smaller, to keep us struggling. Yes, the African of today that is not asking questions is a fool. African of today who has continued to believe that the Arab man, that the white man is superior to him, is a fool. You see how these people came together. What happened to Africa is a conspiracy. Africa is a victim of an organized conspiracy. The people who carefully sat down, they thought about the best way to come into Africa to wreak havoc. 700 years of Arab slavery, 400 years of European slavery, totaling 1,100 years of slavery of Africans. And we still can't understand. They came. If you want to make people an idiot, you give them the wrong education. They educated us to be idiots. They educated us to be subservient. They educated us to be slaves. They gave us suit and tie. We wear it and think that we are white men. We are all the other Arab type of dressing. We think we are all other. But we have lost our mind. They stole our minds. All right? Now, if you are an African not asking questions, why are you running to London? Why are you running to Paris? Why are you being controlled by these people? How many years after? Now, the first African independent country is about 70 years old independent. Is that not enough for a people to grow into maturity? But why is it that we continue to struggle? We are a copycat. We keep on copying what is wrong. A copycat can never become an original cat. Africa needs to change its way. Africa needs to start educating its children as Africans. Africa has to formulate a new educational policy. Yes, with reference to who he is. Because as it stands right now, we are like schizophrenics who are so distant from ourselves and strangers to our environment. That is why we are not succeeding. A people who cannot challenge the environment, a people who don't understand what is in the environment, it takes somebody from somewhere else, they will come with their tools, they take your mineral resources. Yes, you sell them your mineral resources to them as raw materials. They don't establish any industries in your place. They take everything wholesale, go and develop them, bring them back to sell to you at higher cost. And then, in addition to the environmental degradation that they bring about in your place. Yes, and you are not still asking questions. How come they educated us? God that we know, we were the first to meet God because we were the first creation of God. The relation between man, the first relation between man and God was between an Africa and the Almighty God. So how come? They stole what was ours. They changed it, put economics into it, put some scary verses into it to keep us down. And then we accept it, hook, line, and sinker. African spirituality is in trouble, it's confused. The brain boss is confused. So this is now the reason why we should chart a new path. There are some who know this path. Give them the power to lead Africa out of darkness. Why do you own all the earth resources? Over 45% of Africa, of the world's resources are in Africa. But guess what? Africans are the poorest people on earth. Is that not enough for you to ask questions about our relationship with these people? We think the ancestors created the platform for the continuous exploitation of Africa and the African people. We cannot progress. We cannot do anything good with our resources. We can't produce anything. Always consuming, importing, yes, destroying our economies. And we still don't see the need for us to ask questions. Then the schools, which means, and it's a proof that the schools, the education we have is wrong. Wrong education. Now it's time for us to educate ourselves. Let us change our educational curriculum. Let us be more African and not more Arab than Europeans. You cannot. Have you ever seen any person from outside who wants to be an African? Yes. Tell me. All right? Africa, as far as they are concerned, it's a plantation. Yeah, it's a mine where they come and take whatever they like and leave. The mother of the earth is suffering. They have no conscience. They don't care about the mother of the earth that Africa is to the whole of the world. They are raping her left, right, and center with the help of some of us who find ourselves in leadership positions. As what? Puppets. Puppets. You saw what is happening in Nigeria, right? Or you are seeing it, right? Yes. Where you saw the Bola Tinubu's last visit to France. You see how belittling it was. France, what is the size of France? France is, Nigeria is about 5 times the size of France. What is the population of France? All right? That emasculated 14 African countries as their colonies, stealing $500 billion US annually from them for a very long time. And then, you know, the countries sign off their right to owning reserve banks. Their reserve banks are in France. They are so thankful to the French people. Thank you, merci, to the French people. All right, for exploiting them. They establish all their military bases in there. They tell them, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. They were paying colonial taxes after they said colonialism was over. And we still don't think. We have these crazy, bad-ass African leaders who cannot think. Look at the show of shame. Bola Tinubu went to perform in France. Does that? And then he went with Tony Elumelu. Where is Abati Ruben? He doesn't see anything. Only to hate Igbos is what he's able to verbalize. He does not see anything wrong with that. Where are all our intellectuals? We have professors in universities across Nigeria. None of them is speaking against this thing. And then thugs are leaders in Africa. Thugs are leaders in Nigeria. How can we move forward with them? We cannot. That is why Bob Marley is telling us, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. For none but ourselves can free our minds. Yes. None but ourselves. I cry, man. I cry. I know we can do better than this. Yes, so why can't we go back to the drawing board and build the United States of Africa without borders, with one economy, with one reserve bank, with one network of great leadership, and one military who will beat Africa. An Africa that wakes up now, that realizes who she is. Yes. In the hands of responsible children. Yes. And this whole thing must start from Nigeria. Must reset Nigeria now. Press the reset button. That is what we are. And this reset button is not going to come through any kind of election. Like the one they are trying to, people are talking about 2027. You are crazy. With 2027 with the same people. Obasanjo, Donald Duke and others, I saw them the other day. When they were in power, what did they do? They failed. They failed. We just got worse with a rogue, with a drug dealer. You know how painful it can be that your country is led by a drug dealer? They are paired with a terrorist with known links to Boko Haram. Yes, in whose house those who bombed the United Nations building were arrested. Yes, we call it Muslim ticket. Bloody Saad of Sokoto told the Muslims in the corner to vote vote for a criminal, vote for a terrorist. Yes, because they are Muslims. Namune is our own, one of us. So Saad did not see anything wrong with a criminal, a drug dealer, yes, who was convicted in the United States and paid for nearly 500,000 US dollars to avoid going to jail, because America will give you, they want that money. Give us the money, then you can go. And they sent him out of America. He came to Lagos. He became a senator. Yeah, he became a senator. From being a senator, he became a state governor for 8 years and put the resources of Lagos State into his pocket. And the people were calling him Jagaban. Nigerians, your minds. What is wrong? Yeah, they call him Jagaban. Now play. Now he had the audacity to want to be Nigerian president. He bought everything that was there to be bought. He bought the Nigerian Armed Forces. He bought the INEC. In fact, the INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, I heard he died yesterday, but it's not a true story. He ought to die truly. Mahmoud Yakubu was at his house on the eve of a major presidential election. Nigerians won, they could not take over Nigeria. Where does that happen? And then he did what he was paid to do. He awarded him victory because they wanted a Muslim to be president, right? After a terrorist Buhari that the whole world knows. Yes. All right? Sultan. Fulani Sultan of Sokoto did not see anything wrong with that. So, and they say he's the spiritual leader of Muslims in Nigeria. I won't want him, thank God I'm not a Muslim, because I would be so rebellious, to allow a criminal, a rogue, a morally bankrupt man to be leader of my religion. No. He deserves to be removed from that position. They call him spiritual leader. Spirituality has a very strong allergy against corruption, against terrorism, against moral bankruptcy. Yeah, but he rallied his emirs in the north. And they rallied the honestly poor, defenseless, and innocent majority of Nigerians in the north to vote for the Namu candidate. Namu, somebody. Where are we now? Ba Beach, Ba Ruansha, Ba Komi de Komi. Nigeria ya Lalachi. Nigeria ya Kusamuti. Yeah. Somebody, Su Barai. Sultan and his gang, they ate money. And then he had the audacity to come and blackmail the Nigerian people that nobody will stop the inauguration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They set their thugs loose on May 29, 2023. Look at where we are. I hope he's celebrating now. Hopefully celebrating in Shield, Odeon. Yes. And all the state governors in the north of Nigeria, the political leaders, the fake religious leaders, all fake. They don't know God. But Allah. Does Allah support this ugly? Allah does not support darkness. They are not worshiping the real Allah. They are hypocrites. They are bigots. And this is the reason why the ordinary man in the north of Nigeria must wake up. So if you're an Hausa person listening to my voice right now, You must translate this message to your people. Because it's the Hausa people that they have been using. Yeah, after suppressing them. 220 years today. That they beat the Hausa people down. And make them slaves in their own country. The Hausas are original Africans. They own that land. But today, they are strangers in their land. Minorities are their leader, their kings. Minorities whose ancestors violently took over their ancestral kingship, rule them. They deny them education. They deny them access to good things of life. They deny them everybody. They dehumanize them. In fact, they subjugated them. This year makes it 220 years that the Hausa people are in subjugation. They have come out to speak openly. They have accepted the lordship of a criminal minority. Yeah, with ties to Usman and Fodio. The Usman and Fodio children are the ones holding the Hausa people in chain. And then the chain they have over them is impacting on the whole of Nigeria. So why should we not wake up right now? Nigeria is it's supposed to be an open country like the United States is. It's supposed to be a melting pot for the whole of Africa. But these people had our country in chains. We must break that chain now. That is why we are talking about resetting the country. Not what Obasanjo is doing. Obasanjo does not. He was a bad example. An opportunist. Always historic opportunist. He must not be listened to. So this is the reason why. It's so hard to find Nigerian young people who are truly patriotic, who want to sacrifice for their country, who really understand what, so they can wake up.